Hello YouTube! Today we have an exciting video for me. Hopefully it's an exciting video for you. I caught a swarm last weekend, moved the nuke box back to my apiary, and I am going to move it into an 8-frame hive. I figured I'd give them a few days. Hopefully we'll see if there's any little eggs in there, see if we have a mated queen, to see the condition of it. And I'm also concerned with the condition of my nucleus that I bought. I seen very large larvae in it last week, but I didn't see any small eggs. So I added another deep and a honey super to that one. So we're just gonna see where we're at. It's hot out. I don't like being hot, but that's the name of the game. So I will see you set up in the apiary, and we're gonna bust into these hives. And hopefully these swarm bees are pretty decent. They seem to be decent. I've been near them with my little garden there, my raised beds, and they haven't came after me or anything. So I think they seem to be pretty decent. Let's see if we can find a mark queen. Maybe it was somebody's primary swarm that took off. We'll see what we got. Stay tuned. Hello YouTube. Here we are at our feisty little, I shouldn't say feisty. We're at our nuke box location. First thing I'm gonna do is take the strap off. I'm gonna use my drill and pop the cover off and see what we got going on in here. This particular hive has been is a week old. And I'm going to move them into a regular 8-frame box. So hopefully I don't get whacked. I think I'm gonna go ahead and move my 8-frame box right here. So oopsie. Yeah, I'm gonna make them mad here pretty quick. So I am going to take out 5 frames. I believe I have 5 frames in here. There's at least 4 in here. So if I have to, I'll come up with an audible. But my main goal is to pop this lid off here and see if we have a laying queen. That's the main goal. I said they moved in here last week around, I believe it was Friday evening, Saturday morning they moved in. So let's move it over here. Look for a queen. I'm looking with you guys. Hopefully I got it positioned correctly. There's definitely nectar in these frames. Definitely nectar in these frames. There's larvae. There's little baby larvae in every one of these. I'm gonna keep going in and in and in. And hopefully you guys can see that. I can. They're just tiny, tiny little eggs. So there's definitely a queen in here. I'm looking. I'm not the greatest at this. The more experience you get at finding the queen, the easier it is. I'm not gonna spend a whole pile of time looking for that queen because I just seen the eggs. So I'll move her in there. Holy cow. These girls aren't screwing around. Look at that. There's the... Nope. My bad. I think they're really hot. These bees are extremely hot. So I'm glad I'm moving them. You can see that frame's heavy already. The one thing, the advantage that these guys had over a lot of my other hives is this was all drawn out comb, so they didn't have to mess around with all that fun stuff. So oh yeah, they're gonna get right into a here's a bit of a... Bet you haven't seen a plastic frame in a while, but it had some drawn out comb, so I'm using it. If you see the honeybee queen, let me know I'm a noob. I think I'm gonna split this video up and into just this particular split off. Because these bees are all fanning. The lady where these bees came from got really attached to them in a couple days time. She liked watching them go in and out of their hive. And she was actually scared of heights, but she would climb up on the ladder to see them. So I want to make sure that I make this video for Renee and her husband Will, that was kind enough to let me capture these. I would say rehome them to a much better location. Capture is a kind of a harsh word in this environment here, but if I could see the queen, that'd be great. But like I said earlier, that is not my #1 goal, and there's definitely larvae in all these. That queen was laying larvae in this frame, so that was definitely a mated queen that moved in here, because I just saw some pretty decent sized larvae in there, and they are at least a few days old. And then I also seen some that were only a couple of days old. So definitely gave them a great place to move into. So hopefully they like it better than what they had before. But this is definitely a great start. they have a great start. So I'll get this honey super on right away, and hopefully you guys can see a queen, see if it's marked, see if it's not. I did not see her. It's hard to tell though, they were all balled up in a few places. I think they're honestly just trying to stay cool. I'll spend more time. You know, I didn't even have to smoke these guys yet. Completely calm. And the only reason I'm smoking these is to get them out of the way so I don't hurt them. I don't want to hurt these things. I'm trying to get them down in here. So that got them a little wound up, but there you go. Now we'll see where we're at. I mean, there's a possibility the queen could even be in here. Not likely, but not impossible. So I'm gonna move this down. Holy crap. See? I'm gonna move you guys over here so you can see this. There's bees that was hanging out underneath the hive. Like, if you can see that or not. Just a bundle of them right there. There's a lot of bees in there. That was a big swarm. Hey, look down inside. That box is covered inside with bees. So I'm gonna put this box up here now. Renee, your bees are heavy. I knew I wasn't joking when I said that these bees were extremely heavy. There's a hollow cavity underneath here, so they can get out underneath. There's a hollow cavity right here. Those bees will be able to come out or down or whichever way they want to go. And I'm not even messing around with these girls. I'm going to give them an entrance out the front on this side. Okay. And then I'm going to put this box right here. I'll move this down. Just hoping to get it to touch. There we go. There we go. That'll give them like a bee bridge that they can walk up and go into their hive. So I'm gonna I gotta get my smoker out of here right now. And then these girls can go out. Hopefully they don't build off this down there. That's what I'm hoping they don't. I've never dealt with one of these. I bought 2 hives off of a older gentleman that was getting out of the hobby a few months ago, and this is what he had. And he has a top. He cut low entrances so they can go out the top as well, which I don't necessarily hate, especially during peak honey flow. If your bees are up there and they're on honey duty, they can just jettison right out the front. So I'll see what they do with that extra 2 inches of gap on the top. If they start being dumb, I'll close that off. So I will. So there's our new hive. I will let this here, and hopefully they work their way in to the rest of the hive. So what I'm going to do is shut you down temporarily, move you guys real close, and you can just watch the process of these bees working their way in to their new home. Okay guys, enjoy, and hopefully we see some fanning here soon, which will indicate that the queen is in her new deep frame box. I did not see her, but as soon as we start seeing the fanning on the main hive, we'll know.
Keep your eyes out. It's not completely impossible for that queen to still be inside this box. There's one. There's the first bee that has her butt in the air and started fanning. There's another one, so I'm pretty sure she's inside. Just enjoy the footage, folks. we are. Put the five of the frames in the deep there, and I'm just letting the bees figure out where they need to go here. Hopefully I didn't do this too soon, but I know I've seen tiny eggs and larvae in those frames, so those bees are going to go in there. I'm surprised we're not seeing more bees fanning at the entrance. The ones I laid there pretty much have left. So Mrs. Queen may be hanging out down here. So let's see what we can find. Guys, YouTube, the lack of bees on this landing is starting to suggest to me that the queen is down there. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I'm about to dump these guys out and see if I'm wrong or not. I don't see her down in here, but my eyes suck. And you're talking one bee out of thousands. So we are. Funny part is I did that with my jacket unzipped. These girls are so friendly. So friendly. So I'm trying to think the best way to do this. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure that lady is in here. So what I'm gonna do is, hold on. Now there's some bees fanning again. So I just dumped what was left in the box. Let me change it to, there's more in the box. I'm gonna come back with one more round. These girls do not want to leave this box. girls have a grip on there. I'm gonna leave it sitting right there. Most of them are out of it now. So, we'll move this back just a shade so you can get a little better idea what we got going on. And I'm gonna let it here for another 10 minutes or so. Sorry about that, YouTube. But if you're gonna be serious at doing this YouTube and stuff, the GoPro does not like sitting out in the sun. Had to stop it there. I just happened to be nearby and went beep, 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 and then it said camera too hot. So we'll see how long this works. There again, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. You want to see some better footage? Use that $sign at the bottom of the video and send me some money to get a decent Sony or Insta360 or I don't know, but I need something better than this. This is a GoPro 9, and to my knowledge, even with the 11s, they still haven't fixed the overheating issue. It wasn't even on for half an hour, maybe like 15-20 minutes there. So that being said, after letting them calm down here a little bit, I'm pretty sure they're in the hive. I am not seeing a lot of fanning, but there's just not a lot going on in here. So I moved the old nuke away about 30 feet from the area, so we should be good now. The rest of the bees coming in should just be returning field bees that are a little confused as why their box turned white. But man, I'm excited to see eggs in there already, so that's good. Which would make sense because the swarm's going to send out the established queen. So hopefully next week on my hive inspection, we can find the queen. And you guys at home, I peeled every one of these frames out and held them up to the camera, so maybe one of you guys can spot her. I did not see her, but that's not anything new. So I'm going to get a strap, put her around this and call it a day for the nuke. We'll call this the Renee colony, I believe, and I'll just get a sticker or something put on there. That'd be kind of neat. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate the tip on getting saving these guys, and these girls, I should say. It means a lot.